Okay, YouTubers, we are back. We are going to get this electric quad reassembled. Got the new motor in the other day, and we're going to get this thing put back together. So we'll go ahead and get started. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. There'll be some more upcoming videos on some other toy repairs that will be coming shortly. So this piece is just going to drop in here where I took the other piece out of. Got the wiring. As you notice, it's the blue and white wiring, just like we had on the other one. The left and right motors are different on these, so make sure that you're ordering the right piece when you go to order replacement parts for this. Alright, so there's that. And basically this should be pretty easy to put back together, just doing exactly the opposite of what you did to take it apart. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put all the screws back in the swing arm, this lower swing arm piece, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we got all the screws back in and the swing arm reassembled here. As you can see, we have both of those motors on each side there. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and reinstall the wheel and tire assemblies on both sides here. That just slides through, and as you can see, that little hex piece just fits right back in the wheel like that, and the rod sticks out on the other side. And then on this side, just slides into that hex piece. And this washer and lock nut here just go right back on this side, and we'll get it all tightened up. So after you have the wheels and tires all back on, you go ahead and lift the swing arm up, and we're going to reinstall the bolt, basically the pivot bolt that goes through the control arm at the front to hold it to the quad. So it slides through on this side, comes through to that side. We're going to have a washer, a lock nut, or a lock washer, and then a nut as well. They go on that side. So let's reinstall that. We'll get that all tightened back up, and then we'll be ready to turn the quad over and start. Well, not quite. We need to put the foot guards back on. I'll go ahead and put the foot guards on at this point as well, and then we will be ready to turn the quad back over and get everything put back together on the top. Okay, so here's a quick shot of everything reassembled on the bottom. The wheels back on. Got the heel and foot guards back in place where they need to go. Go ahead and slide our controller switch back up into the spot that it belongs. And we'll go ahead and turn this thing back over to the top. All right, we got the quad turned back over, and basically the last couple things to do is just put the battery back in place and test it out, make sure everything is working properly on this thing, and then take it for a ride. And I wired my my quad here a little bit differently because I have multiple batteries for this quad, and I wanted to make it super easy to change them out once I got them charged. So he basically can, you know, ride all the time and not have to wait for the battery to charge up when it's in the quad. See it back in place. And as you remember before, we were having the issue where it would not work in low or reverse, would only work in the high position. So let's go ahead and try the low position. Oh, that seems to work just fine. And we are going to switch it over to reverse. And no reverse. Okay, so we got this figured out from a little bit of more electrical testing. What I actually found out is this switch inside of it's got two small rocker switches. One of those I had to tear apart and rebuild to control the reverse. It's kind of tedious to take this thing all apart. So if you know that you got a bad one of these, you might want to just order one. You can find them online pretty easily. But we got everything back together again, and let's go ahead and go through the test before we do a test ride. We're going to go ahead and switch it up to high. High works. And to the low position. There's the low position. And the reverse that wasn't working before. There we go. And we're in reverse. So we got the motor replaced. Did a little bit of repair work on that main control switch. And it's back up and running and ready for a test ride. Hey YouTubers, this is my son Aiden, and he's going to go for a test drive. Go ahead and go, Aiden. And there we go. Right. And if you like this video and this was helpful, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be doing some more videos on some toy repairs. As you can see, we got a 5-year-old and he loves to break toys.